The WWE Universe just witnessed something absolutely insane that nobody saw coming, and trust me when I say this changes everything we thought we knew about loyalty in professional wrestling. Roman Reigns has completely lost it, and the fallout from what just happened is going to shake the foundations of WWE for months to come. If you want to stay updated on all the craziest WWE moments and backstage drama, then smash that subscribe button right now, because you're not going to want to miss what happens next. Logan Paul just pulled off one of the most shocking betrayals in recent WWE history, and the target of his deception was none other than CM Punk. The entire situation unfolded in a way that left fans speechless and jaws dropping all around the arena. What started as what seemed like a potential alliance, or at least a mutual understanding between Logan Paul and CM Punk, quickly turned into absolute chaos when Logan revealed his true colors. The YouTuber turned wrestler showed that he's willing to do whatever it takes to climb the ladder in WWE, even if that means stabbing someone in the back who might have been extending an olive branch. The betrayal itself happened during what was supposed to be a routine segment where CM Punk was addressing the WWE Universe about his recent run and his future plans in the company. Logan Paul made his way to the ring, and the crowd wasn't quite sure what to expect because these two have had their differences in the past, but there seemed to be a level of professional respect building between them. Logan grabbed a microphone and started talking about how he respects what CM Punk has accomplished and how he understands the grind and the dedication it takes to make it in this business. For a moment it actually seemed like Logan was being genuine and that maybe he was going to propose some kind of partnership or at least bury the hatchet publicly. But then everything changed in an instant. Logan's tone shifted and his words became more pointed and aggressive. He started talking about how CM Punk represents the old guard and how people like him are holding back the new generation of superstars. The crowd started to sense where this was going, and the tension in the arena became electric. Logan continued his verbal assault by saying that CM Punk had his time and that it was now time for fresh blood and new faces to take over WWE. CM Punk stood there listening, and you could see the fire building in his eyes because he's never been one to back down from anyone, especially not someone he might view as a part-timer or an outsider. Just when you thought Logan was done talking, he did the unthinkable. He launched a surprise attack on CM Punk, catching him completely off guard with a cheap shot that sent Punk stumbling backward. Logan didn't stop there as he continued his assault with a series of strikes and kicks that left CM Punk temporarily defenseless. The crowd erupted in boos as Logan Paul stood over CM Punk with a smirk on his face, clearly proud of what he had just accomplished. Security and referees rushed the ring to separate them, but the damage was done both physically and in terms of the message Logan was sending to the entire WWE locker room. Now here's where things get even more interesting, because Roman Reigns was watching all of this unfold and his reaction was not what anyone expected. You would think that Roman might have stayed neutral or perhaps even enjoyed seeing CM Punk get attacked, since they've had their own issues in the past. But that's not what happened at all. Roman Reigns was absolutely furious about what Logan Paul did, and his anger was visible for everyone to see. The tribal chief made it clear through his body language and his immediate response that Logan had crossed a line that should never have been crossed. Roman's fury stems from a deeper place than just defending CM Punk. It's about respect for the business and respect for the hierarchy that exists within WWE. Roman Reigns has built his empire on the foundation of honor and loyalty within his family and his circle. When someone like Logan Paul, who is still relatively new to the wrestling world, decides to take matters into his own hands without showing proper respect to the veterans and the established order, it sends a message that rubs Roman the wrong way. The tribal chief sees himself as the protector of WWE's integrity, and Logan's actions were a direct challenge to everything Roman stands for. The confrontation between Roman Reigns and Logan Paul that followed was intense beyond measure. Roman stormed to the ring with a purpose, and his eyes were locked on Logan with an intensity that could cut through steel. Logan tried to play it cool at first, acting like he wasn't intimidated by the tribal chief, but you could see the uncertainty creeping into his demeanor. Roman grabbed a microphone and his words were measured but filled with venom as he addressed Logan directly. He told Logan that he doesn't run WWE and that his little stunt was going to have serious consequences that Logan couldn't even begin to imagine. Roman explained to Logan that there's a code in WWE and that code demands respect for those who have paved the way. He said that CM Punk, whether they have personal issues or not, has earned his place in this business through years of blood, sweat and tears. Logan Paul, on the other hand, has been given opportunities that most people have to work their entire lives to get, and instead of being humble and grateful, he chose to act like he owns the place. Roman's message was clear, and it wasn't just directed at Logan but at anyone else who might be thinking about stepping out of line in a similar fashion. The WWE Universe is now buzzing with speculation about what happens next. Will Roman Reigns and CM Punk form an unlikely alliance to take down Logan Paul? Will Logan find allies of his own who share his vision of overtaking the old guard? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this situation so compelling. Roman has already made it known that Logan will face consequences, and when the tribal chief makes a promise like that, you can bet he's going to follow through. The question is, what form will those consequences take, and how far is Roman willing to go to make his point? Logan Paul's betrayal of CM Punk has also opened up discussions about his place in WWE and whether he truly respects the business or if he's just using it as another platform for his personal brand. Many wrestlers in the locker room have expressed frustration with the way celebrities and social media stars are brought into WWE and given main event opportunities, while others who have dedicated their lives to wrestling are left fighting for scraps. Logan's actions have only intensified those feelings, and there's a growing sentiment that he needs to be put in his place by someone who can actually teach him a lesson. CM Punk himself has not remained silent after the attack. He took to social media and made it clear that Logan Paul just made the biggest mistake of his life. Punk said that he's been in this business long enough to know that every action has a reaction and that Logan's reaction is going to be swift and brutal. Punk also acknowledged Roman Reigns' response, and while he didn't outright say they would team up, he didn't rule it out either. The wrestling world is watching closely to see if these two former rivals might put their differences aside to deal with a common enemy. Behind the scenes reports are suggesting that WWE management is actually thrilled with how this storyline is developing. The buzz and the conversation around Logan Paul's betrayal and Roman Reigns' fury are exactly the kind of organic drama that WWE loves to capitalize on. There are already talks about setting up a major match at an upcoming premium live event where all of these tensions can come to a head. The creative team is working overtime to map out the next several weeks of programming to ensure that this storyline continues to build momentum and keeps fans on the edge of their seats. The fan reaction has been mixed in some interesting ways. On one hand, most fans are firmly behind CM Punk and Roman Reigns in this situation because they see Logan Paul as an outsider who hasn't paid his dues. These fans believe that Logan needs to learn respect and humility before he can truly be accepted as a legitimate member of the WWE roster. On the other hand, there's a vocal minority of Logan Paul fans who believe that their guy is simply doing what it takes to succeed and that he shouldn't have to bow down to anyone regardless of how long they've been in the business. This divide among the fan base only adds another layer of complexity to the story. Social media has been absolutely on fire with debates about who's right and who's wrong in this situation. Twitter has been flooded with clips of the betrayal and Roman's furious response, with fans analyzing every facial expression and every word spoken. Wrestling podcasts and YouTube channels have dedicated hours of content to breaking down what this means for the future of WWE and how it might play out over the coming months. The engagement levels are through the roof, and that's exactly what WWE wants because it means people are invested in the story and will tune in to see what happens next. Logan Paul has attempted to defend his actions by saying that he's simply being honest about the state of WWE and that someone needed to stand up and say what everyone was thinking. He claims that guys like CM Punk have had their time in the spotlight and that they need to step aside and let the next generation take over. Logan argues that he brings a massive audience to WWE through his social media following and that his presence is actually helping the company grow and reach new demographics. While there's some truth to his claims about bringing in new viewers, his method of delivering that message has clearly rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. The locker room atmosphere has reportedly become tense as wrestlers are being forced to pick sides in this brewing war. Some of the younger talents who feel like they've been overlooked might secretly sympathize with Logan's message about the old guard holding people back even if they don't agree with his tactics. Meanwhile, the veterans and the wrestlers who have been with WWE for years are rallying around CM Punk and supporting Roman Reigns' stance that respect and hierarchy matter. This internal division could lead to even more interesting storylines as different factions begin to form based on these philosophical differences. Roman Reigns has always been a character who operates with a clear sense of purpose and structure. His entire gimmick as the tribal chief is built on the concept of family loyalty and respecting the established order. Logan Paul's betrayal of CM Punk represents everything that goes against Roman's principles. It's not even necessarily about defending CM Punk as an individual, but rather about defending the system and the code that Roman believes in. When that code is violated, Roman feels obligated to step in and restore order no matter who the violator might be. The build-up to whatever match or confrontation is coming between these parties is going to be must-see television. WWE has a golden opportunity here to create something truly special that combines different eras and different styles of performers. You have Roman Reigns, who represents the current top of the mountain in WWE. You have CM Punk, who represents the rebellious spirit and the voice of the voiceless. And you have Logan Paul, who represents the new age of celebrity crossover stars. Putting all of these elements together in a compelling story is the kind of thing that can define an era in professional wrestling. The physicality of the confrontations has also been noteworthy. When Roman finally got his hands on Logan during their face-off, you could see that he wasn't holding back. Roman delivered a Superman punch that nearly took Logan's head off and followed it up with a thunderous spear that left Logan gasping for air in the middle of the ring. This wasn't just about sending a message with words, but about showing Logan that there are real consequences for disrespecting the wrong people. CM Punk also got his hands on Logan during a chaotic brawl that broke out later in the show, and he made sure to inflict as much punishment as possible in the limited time he had. Looking ahead, the WWE creative team has several options for how to continue this story. They could book a triple threat match where Roman Reigns, CM Punk and Logan Paul all face each other, with the winner establishing dominance over the other two. They could also go with a tag team scenario where Roman and Punk reluctantly team up to face Logan Paul and whatever ally he manages to recruit. Another possibility is a series of one-on-one matches where each person gets their opportunity to settle scores individually. Whatever direction they choose, the key will be maintaining the intensity and the emotion that has made this storyline so captivating from the beginning. The promos that are coming out of this feud have been absolutely top tier. Roman Reigns cut a promo where he talked about the responsibility that comes with being at the top and how Logan Paul has no idea what that responsibility feels like. He spoke about building legacy and earning respect rather than trying to buy it with social media followers and celebrity status. CM Punk delivered his own scathing promo where he dissected Logan's character and questioned whether he even loves wrestling or if he's just using it as another business venture. These verbal exchanges have been just as impactful as the physical confrontations. The women's division has even weighed in on the situation, with several female superstars expressing their opinions on social media. Some have sided with the veterans, saying that respect and paying dues matters in this business. Others have pointed out that WWE has always been about spectacle and mainstream appeal, and that Logan Paul brings both of those things to the table. This cross-division interest in the storyline shows just how much it has captured the attention of everyone in the company and how it's become the central talking point of WWE programming. Merchandise sales have also reportedly spiked as fans rush to buy shirts and gear supporting their favorite in this feud. Roman Reigns' merchandise has always been a top seller, but there's been a noticeable increase since this storyline began. CM Punk's return to WWE already had his merch flying off the shelves, and this added drama has only boosted those numbers even more. Even Logan Paul, despite being the villain in this story, has seen an uptick in merchandise sales from his supporters who want to show they're on Team Logan. The international reaction to this storyline has been equally strong. WWE has a global audience, and fans from all over the world have been weighing in on the betrayal and the fallout. European fans have been particularly vocal on social media, with many supporting the idea that wrestling should be about respect and tradition rather than celebrity stunts. Asian markets have also shown strong interest, with the storyline being discussed heavily on wrestling forums and fan sites. This global engagement demonstrates the universal appeal of a well-crafted wrestling storyline that taps into real emotions and conflicts. As we move forward, the one thing that's certain is that this story is far from over. Roman Reigns is not the type of character to let something like this slide, and his fury is going to manifest in ways that Logan Paul is not prepared for. CM Punk has been waiting for the right moment to unleash years of pent-up aggression, and Logan might have just given him the perfect target. The collision course that these three men are on is going to produce some of the most memorable moments in recent WWE history, and fans are going to be talking about this storyline for years to come. The psychology behind Roman's reaction is also worth examining. He's not just angry because Logan attacked CM Punk, but because Logan's actions represent a threat to the entire structure that Roman has worked so hard to establish. The tribal chief's reign at the top has been built on the idea that there's an order to things and that everyone has their place. Logan Paul trying to leapfrog over that order and take shortcuts to the top is something that Roman cannot and will not tolerate. This is about protecting his legacy and ensuring that WWE remains a place where respect and hard work are valued above all else. The unpredictability of this situation is what makes it so exciting. You never quite know what's going to happen next or who might get involved. There are rumors that other superstars might insert themselves into this feud, either to support one side or to pursue their own agendas. The possibility of surprise returns or unexpected alliances keeps fans guessing and ensures that they'll tune in week after week to see the latest developments. WWE thrives on this kind of unpredictable storytelling, and they're clearly going all in on making this feud as explosive as possible. If you've made it this far, then you know you're a true WWE fan who appreciates the drama, the action, and the storytelling that makes professional wrestling so special. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss an update on this developing story and all the other incredible moments happening in WWE right now. Hit that notification bell and join the thousands of other fans who are following every twist and turn of Roman Reigns' fury and Logan Paul's shocking betrayal, because this is only the beginning and things are about to get even more intense.